This is a bucket list, dream come true. Check it off. I wish it would run forever.
Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Terrence McNally, Lynn Ahrens, and Stephen Flaherty's beloved musical, A Man of No Importance, is back in New York at CSC. This glorious production is directed by John Doyle, and we're here on opening night to celebrate with the first nighters and to meet the company led by Jim Parsons. It is opening night. How do you feel tonight?
Very good. Just very good. I don't know why, but it feels very peaceful in a lot of ways. There was something, I think it has a lot to do with John and his direction and what he creates, and there is something sure-footed about it that, you know, it just feels like we get to tell this story, and I hope everybody really enjoys it. But we have a very passionate, tight bond together, and so the chance to tell it together is kind of the most paramount part. And so that took away some of the anxiety, I will say, about an opening night.
It is opening night. How do you feel tonight?
Moved and enthralled. I've never been a part of such a heartwarming piece, something that's so loving and kind and for the moment. So I'm feeling really sentimental. Yeah.
I feel great. I haven't combed my hair or changed my makeup, but I feel really great. Yeah.
What's made this so special for you?
Where to start? Start with John Doyle, Lynn Ahrens, Stephen Flaherty, and Terrence. I've been so lucky. I've done 3 shows in a row with John Doyle, 2 shows with Terrence, 2 shows with Steve and Lynn. How blessed. I've stopped wishing for anything. I mean, it's just,
It's been a pure joy, and I think everyone feels that way. Like, there is magic happening in this space. And John Doyle is just at the top of his game. It's been church-like, really. It's been a very spiritual experience. And we're thrilled. And Terrence is here in spirit. There's no question about that.
I mean, it came up again and again. Like, I don't know that anyone was writing better books for musicals than Terrence McNally was. And Lennon Stevens' music is... it takes you someplace. I haven't done a lot of musicals, as you know, and the experience of some of the music starting and the way it pushes me or pulls me into something that in a straight play would be maybe more effortful. I don't even want to say that, but there's something to me magical that begins to happen, and it's just a very different, unique, and wonderful experience in that way for me.
I've done a number of stories with John Doyle, and for whatever reason, this one you can just tell it's telling a deeply personal story for him, and to be able to be a part of that and tell that story for him and with him, that's making this one extra special. But the cast is the most incredible cast that has been put together in talent, in heart, and in camaraderie. This is going to be a hard one to let go of when the time comes too.
This stellar cast. I mean, are you kidding? And everyone is so sweet and kind and collaborative, and it's really, really great to be surrounded by such creative, beautiful people.
I have to say, I've never had the pleasure of working with John Doyle before this, and I am a diehard Doyley. Oh, and this guy too. He's not too bad either. No, but the sense of community, the company we've built together, it's been just, I don't know how this process happened. It felt like nothing was happening the whole time. It just was so easy, and it was a dream. It was my dream come true, for sure.
So John has a very specific process that's really his own. There's no table work. You know, you get on your feet the first day, even if you don't know your lines or your music. For me, actor, musician, he's like, get up. No, you know, you don't know what you're doing. But it's very much about just, he gives us all the information that we would need. And then once we have all the information, he sort of strips down little by little until it's only the essential things.
He pulls away and pulls away and pulls away until you have the essence of what you're trying to say. It's absolutely beautiful, but I've never seen anything quite like it. He comes in the morning and it seems like he doesn't know what he's going to do, as opposed to having a list of things to do. And I had to get used to it, but I am in love with him, and I am in love with the show.
Yeah, this is such a different way to work, and I think that's part of John's skill. In his arsenal, he sort of disarms you, so you cannot work the way you normally would. And looking at what you do in a completely different way, I think is really cool and really helpful. And there was a lot of thinking on my feet as we went through the rehearsals, which I thought was great, as opposed to, oh, let's just do the version that we did in 2002. Let's put that up on the stage. And he focused it down. And 20 years ago, we were 2 acts, and now we are 1. And it's a completely new orchestration, and the way the music functions in the show is quite different. And so that was just a joy to really feel like you're meeting an old friend and yet meeting this person for the first time.
I will say I think the piece has a lot about it that if you love doing theater, it reminds you of it sort of relentlessly the entire time you're working on it. And without sounding too hashtaggy, there is a feeling of like gratitude and thankfulness about being able to do this with a group of people like we are. And it really just kind of supersedes everything else. But it's true, I've rarely enjoyed doing a show as much as I'm enjoying doing this one. I've rarely enjoyed doing 2 shows a day as much as I've enjoyed doing. I love getting another crack at it. I love the chance to tell this story and be with this group of people.